First of all, I just want to say congratulations. Your acceptance to this school is a huge accomplishment, and you deserve so much credit for that.
Welcome and congrats again on making it into the WCVM and joining our little family. Obviously, getting into vet school is a huge achievement, so I hope you're all celebrating and you all are very, very proud of yourselves.
Before I started vet school, I wish I would have known that there was nothing to worry about. I made a ton of friends, I had a lot of fun, and I did figure things out within, I guess, the year.
I wish I knew that I needed to be open to growth, because first year of vet school is hard, and no doubt about it, but it's gonna make you grow as a person in every aspect of your life.
It's not as scary or as daunting as what people make it out to seem.
Something I wish I'd known before starting first year was that the things I enjoyed the most and reflect on were the extracurriculars that I did and not the time that I spent studying.
Marks they really don't matter, and it's a hard mindset to get into, but the person who's getting a 61 in your class and the person who's getting 98s are both gonna get a DVM at the end of the day, so it's hard to wrap your head around it and stop getting those 90s, but it's so much more freeing once you can get in that mindset.
Every year they're gonna teach you this main concept, so they're not gonna let you graduate not knowing what you're doing. You're gonna be prepared.
Something I wish I knew before going into first year was how tired I was going to be of school after doing 4 years of it and realizing that I'd signed up to do 4 more years.
I wish I knew that it was gonna fly by in the blink of an eye. I would definitely have cherished all the moments a little bit more, all the good times and the bad times.
I really wish I had known not to compare myself to others quite as much as I did. I came in being a very hard worker and used to being at the top of the class, and I really struggled with people who would study harder than me and people who would study less hard than me, and really I just needed to come into my own and decide that what I was doing was working and I was getting through, and that's all that I needed to do.
I wish I wasn't so hard on myself and wasn't so angry at myself for only being able to do my best. Your best is enough.
We had something called Sparkle Committee where everyone would bake goods for everyone's birthdays and they'd bring them into the class. So you'd walk in some mornings and just see a giant table full of desserts.
A good memory that I have from first year is when our whole class got together and went Christmas caroling to our professors' houses. The part that made it a really good memory for me was right at the beginning when we all got on the bus and we're starting to go to our first professor's house, and everybody breaks out singing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. So funny.
I got so close with some of the people in my class that over this summer, one of them had 2 bottles of wine and she cut my hair. That's a pretty good memory.
Definitely my favorite memories were from all the social events like Roundup and caroling. Drinking with your profs is always a good time.
Yeah.
And Roundup's gonna leave some impressions on you.
Yeah.
So look forward to that in 2021.
Also, when you guys do go to Roundup and they tell the guys to wear short shorts, when they say short shorts, they mean short shorts, and you probably see a little more than you would like to.
Be prepared for Beau Bridgman.
Yeah.
At any given social event, Beau's bear bum will make an appearance somehow, and I think that's just ingrained in everyone's mind from now on.
Most memorable moment was getting my shorts snipped in half in front of 50 people.
Another good story would be when Haley totaled her car on the way to Roundup.
Definitely not my favorite memory of first year, but I still made it to Roundup and had a great time. And if that's not a metaphor for vet school, then I don't know what is.
My favorite part of vet school so far was the anatomy labs.
All of the free swag and food that you guys get on a weekly basis. let me tell you, like, just sign up for literally all the clubs and all of the lunch talks that you can, because that way you can maximize like the free goodness coming your way.
My favorite part about vet school was probably all the different clubs that you can join. I especially like being part of Weems.
My favorite part has definitely been meeting and becoming friends with so many amazing people. I think that's the best thing about being in vet school, is you're surrounded by all these people with the same interests and same passions as you, and they're just so much fun to be around all the time.
Favorite part of vet school so far is getting to meet all of the different people. I know it's going to be a little different for you guys, but I'm sure we can figure out a good way to get together, even if it's online.
My tip to the class of 2024 is to find something early on that helps you relieve stress outside of school during the year, just to keep you going and motivated.
And my tip is to not stress eat, because I would eat McDonald's like 4 times a week and I gained 20 pounds.
My tip is your grades don't define you, and 6-0 and go.
My tip is make sure you get enough sleep.
Just be confident in yourself. You are supposed to be there. Do not worry about that imposter syndrome. We all have it. I remember the countless conversations I had with classmates about, how did I get in? These people are crazy smart. Why am I here? You deserve to be here.
Tip number 1 is to make sure your OneNote can handle vet school, or else it'll crash before your final exam. Tip number 2 is always palpate your dogs. Don't ever let them sleep at night. And tip number 3 is to not try to memorize everything, especially the insertions of the muscles. Don't do that.
We're only here for such a short amount of time, so just really cherish it. And please, when it gets really hard and you've been cramming for like 12 hours straight and the exam is in 6 hours and you're absolutely sure you're gonna fail, just remember that you worked so hard to get here.
My advice would be to stay connected. Find ways to make and maintain connections, whether that's with your classmates, with your upper-year buddies, or other people within the college who you share similar interests with.
Stick to your guns, really internalize the fact that no one is perfect, including you, and no one has it all figured out. It may seem like it, but they really don't, I promise.
My biggest vet school tip is to forget about grades completely. Just focus on passing and having fun and learning the things that you think will be important when you graduate.
And my advice would be, don't stress about little quizzes and things like that, and to have a life outside of school and do other things. You definitely have time for that.
It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be very different from any schooling you've ever had to do before. But if you're able to keep your eye on the prize and dedicate yourself, you will succeed. Another thing I wanted to say is, while yes, there's a lot of work that you have to do towards school and there's a lot of studying to do, remember to try and balance that with some other things.
You have to make time for yourself. You have to talk with your family. You have to go out and see your friends. You have to do things you like to do, get exercise, relax, do something you like to do. Figure that out now so that you don't have to struggle with it when you're out there in practice and you don't know what to do because you can't balance your work with your life.
Look after yourself. Your mental and physical health is more important than your grades. If you pay attention and you eat well and you sleep well, you'll do just fine.
Reach out to people if you need help. Professional help on campus exists. People from back home or people in your class are also some second years, because we know exactly what you're going through. So yeah, just make sure to take care of yourself and don't feel guilty for not, having your nose in the books 24/7. I certainly didn't, and I made it through, so you will too. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Congratulations on your acceptance, and I hope to meet you all one day.
All in this together. I've never watched that movie. Haley, oh my god, please cut that out. I beg of you. I don't know why I did that. I regret this entire thing. Okay, bye.